you have a hearing aid and it works great, at least most of the time. But when you're at church or at the movies or attending a lecture, well, then you feel like you're not quite hearing the whole story. But there is a way to make hearing crystal clear no matter where you are. And Glenn Harbold is here to bring us into the loop of this exciting technology. Glenn is the owner of Zounds Hearing. Welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
So we're not talking about a hearing aid here, right? What exactly are we talking about?
We're talking about an assistive listening system that can be installed in your home, places of worship, theaters, music halls, and many other places that helps your hearing aid work better.
So it creates a second channel, or it's not really, so you're not listening to the sound system anymore. You called it a loop, some kind of loop technology.
This is a wireless system that allows the sound system to connect directly to your hearing aids. And it's very common in some parts of the world, but is just kind of making its way to the US. So it is a wireless system, and it connects that speaker or that sound source directly into your ears, eliminating a lot of the problems that people have in more challenging listening environments.
Okay, so if I have a hearing aid, do I buy something that is this hearing loop, this extra add-on?
A loop system does need to be installed. Thankfully, it's quite easy in most cases. It's very easy to install in most homes, and even in places, houses of worship and theaters and things like that. It does require a professional, but it's not a significant burden to install it. It can be quite easy and quite inexpensive.
So you don't have to tear down walls and run wires and things like that?
Not at all. It's actually, in most cases, you can bury it right under the carpet. You can tuck it into corners. It's, as I said, it's quite easy and quite inobtrusive.
Okay, so you can put it in at home for your TV and stereo kind of stuff. And public institutions can install it into their places to make it easier for their guests, their clients, their whatever. So once it is installed, how do I hook my hearing aid up to this system then?
Well, it can be as easy as a push of a button. However, many people may need help in determining which button that is. So that's
which button do I push?
That's where your hearing care professional can come in. Not all hearing aids have this T-coil installed in their hearing aid. It's also called a telecoil, but many already do, and with the help of your hearing care professional, we can activate that T-coil to make it easy so that it is just a push of a button.
Okay, so hopefully it's already there and it's no big deal. So when you're listening then, I know I have clients who have hearing aids and there's the squeaking and the feedback. None of that happens?
No, a properly installed system will be quite effective, so you won't get feedback. But it is important to have it installed professionally. The professionals will know, even though it's simple to install, they'll know the tips and tricks to minimize the occurrence of any feedback.
Okay, so you can put it in your home, but I think you want to ask your pastor, your rabbi, or whatever to think about this for churches or for auditoriums and things like that.
Absolutely. So not only is it an ADA compliance issue for many institutions, but it is the best way to help the attendees that are hard of hearing listen to the performance or listen to the pastor. Many people are very challenged in that environment, and so this really goes that last mile to help them hear in more situations.
And that's what everybody wants. So a hearing loop can bring sound full circle from the source right to your ear, making this loop a big leap in assistive listening. My thanks to Glenn for sounding off about this important advancement.
For more information, call Zounds Hearing at 216-377-5520 or click to www.zoundscleveland.com. Next.